So a lot of damage coming in the mid lane right there. Kale against Yasuo. One of the hardest things for Yasuo to lane against because he can't block the auto attacks from Kale with his wind wall. Only the Q, which he can sneak in at the right moments. And
wow.
Yeah, so a lot of really good back into the map.
Ooh.
They
good
got
ward,
seen
though.
in that ward.
Yep.
Yep, that's real important.
Great ward coming in from CLG.
Cop.
Stops them from going over. Cop's going to be the first one in. They get it onto him. Xpecial's doing what he can. Tries to put himself in between Cop and the danger, and he does a great job at it. And you can see Xpecial is really holding his own here. Cop trying to let the potion.
Both sides.
Quas on the other side. Seraph is going to have enough damage to come in here. He actually flashes, doesn't get it, but it does go over to double him. A huge start for his Lucian in whatever lane he decides to go to. Quas could be in a real bad situation, but he gets his flash over the wall. We're seeing a lot burned out here, but a good first kill.
And that is the collision we were kind of waiting for. Getting double.
So is Quas as well. Don't go too far, Dominate. They want to get him to the brush. They could have
to move
way better execution. Yep.
They're expecting this, but also the turret is too dangerous at this point. Yeah, and CLG is just going to continue the jungle. Safe play.
Safe play indeed, but this means Curse is also setting themselves up for things that aren't working. So a little bit of time bought there. They're going to be still getting Wraith. They're going to still get White, and they're going to get what they need.
Quas has to be very careful right now, even though it's just 2. He just hit level 3, and he's a big, squishy man.
Oh, usually this is just before level 5 when the jungler comes up, but they're going to go ahead and do a 2v1. Not getting Quas down. He is chugging down on his health potions right now, still taking some caster shots, and it looks like he is going to be quite dead soon. Running towards the turret, 110, 150, HP's going up, but it's quickly about to go down.
We've seen that many times before. Top laner who's under level teleporting top against 2, expecting to be safe because it's not 3, but too much. It'll be interesting to see how he holds his farm. Now he's doing the teleport in the bottom lane, but notice how there's equal levels down there in the bot lane. It's not level 4 versus 2 or 4 versus 3, 4 versus 4, and he is safe with that teleport. But it didn't save the turret, mainly just using it for positioning.
Did save it, able to soak up the experience a little bit faster. Dominate.
Oh no.
More than 5 seconds to take that one out. He is hesitating on it, but that's because he's pulling the team in. Link's gonna be there. Intervention is up, but that's a level 4 Dexter. They gotta be careful. These guys are gonna die real fast if they get that front end burst. Back to the side. A great repel coming in from Dexter, but the denial of vision from Dominate into the brush. Seraph now running for his life. One last attack coming in from Quas, and they are able to finalize kills separated from each other to mid and red buff. Quas takes one more shot coming in from Link, and it looks to be a great fight coming in for CLG and Curse on both sides for what you're looking at.
2 down for CLG, which is actually a benefit of Curse.
CLG moving into the jungle. They're very a team that just wants to take everything before they win. All your inhibitors, all your turrets. They want to make sure it's a definitive takedown.
If we remember very early into the spring split, CLG had a 4-0 win over Curse where they just controlled everything. It was actually with Hotshot GG on the team. That was kind of a mark where, hey, this Curse team doesn't know what to do when they start falling behind. They need to break those habits. That's one of the big reasons they signed Xpecial. Xpecial says that's what he wants to do. He said this is when he can become a leader. This is a big moment for his career. And early on, at least in game 1, they are getting very much outplayed by CLG team-wise.
The first kill for Doublelift. Oh, the flash in. Wow, Aframu taking a lot. Throws on the Black Shield a little late. A great hook onto Dexter, but Voyboy gets himself into the fight. Quas going back and forth. Seraph looking to go down. A shot from Voyboy takes him. Possibly the double kill coming in, and it is going to be a hit up there. Link gets one for himself before he goes down, but Curse makes the necessary moves to take down mid.
Huge fight by Curse right there. They had the goal disadvantage, but now they can get it back. They still have 4 people pushing this, and Link and Seraph, their 2 solo lanes, are dead.
Beautiful. They have the Tormented Soil and the Static Shiv to come in. No worries on lane pushing. No worries on the turret going down. They're going to grab 2 in a row on this one. Very good plays. Voyboy coming up huge, especially with a good grab there. Everybody on time for that fight.
Moving team. He needs to kind of guide them. Obviously, everyone on the team makes calls. Dominate's very vocal as a player. It's got to be him and Xpecial making the big calls here and finding ways for them to win. Group them together at the right times and make sure they don't make big mistakes. There's Voyboy.
Oh, a great dash out as well, and they're not going to be able to continue this. Dexter gets one last Q. Very cautious play. Voyboy has been kind of acclaimed in the past for getting himself into bad situations when he thinks he's okay, but he's definitely taking into consideration the safety issue when he does engage now.
They saw 2 bottom. The longest binding in the history of mankind right there. Lancer Afro move.
Extra grab.
Yeah, but The other guy who's tested here is Voyboy. He was under so much criticism. 2-0-2 on Yasuo, picks into a bad matchup, knows the ult's down on Link, see if they can get a close.
They do get the ultimate, that's the slow. They think they can turn it on to Voyboy, but they get him up, knock it in the air. Link cannot turn it around fast enough.
Nice team collapse right there. Two kind of different minded strategy callers. You have the guy that wants to make all the calls, but then you have one other person who can come in when they want to make another one. And that call could always actually trump the other one. That's my personal favorite communication style. I'm not sure if that's how Curse is doing it, but they need some communication right now because COG's grouping around Dragon.
As long as the communications aren't polluted, you're good to go. Got the Dark Binding coming out, a good clear. Nice calling coming out from Doublelift to deter the entrance into the Dragon fight, but I don't know how to deter
behind them. They want this
will
fight.
be. The hook goes in, just missing Link on the flash as well. Quaz on the other side, he is partying right now with Afromu. They're just gonna go ahead and go for a walk. Met up with Doublelift on that one. Now Quaz is a third wheel here. Link is also coming in. Voyboy throws down the ultimate. Tries to get into the fight and Cops too far away to really apply the damage on the bullet time. A 1-2-3, but he can't finalize it. The static shiv made it look like he was gonna get them all, but it was just too little.
That fight was so close, and I say, even though right there for Curses, they're falling behind, and they're hoping that something good happens, because Kale is becoming a monster which they cannot deal with, but there's also a nice tank line being built up by CLG, so they want to focus Link and Doublelift, but they can't, because there's black shields, interventions, and a strong tank line being formulated by the CLG. The team composition is absolutely coming together strong for CLG as they rotate to pick up another Dragon.
And it is indeed theirs. Link picking that one off. Once they get to these turrets, that Lich Bane is going to be hellacious damage that they're going to be dealing with. With that Dragon Jet, it could be a Baron. We're looking at about 5,800 now, 4,000
They have to pull off right now.
Down to 3,600, and Baron is going to be left. Seraph's hanging out in there alone right now. Oh, he hit the wall.
Oh, no.
He's going to take half health from Baron. Very unfortunate to start the fight. He dives. Copy stops. Bullet time right away. What a dive in from Seraph. But do they have the follow-up? Dominate takes a few more culling shots on the backside. It is not going to be enough, and CLG is going to go on a tear here in this fight. Face to face, Doublelift says draw, and he comes up with the win. Shot to the heart of Cop.
Watch this fight one more time. They took a lot of damage from Baron, but honestly, so did CLG. Hitting the wall and getting taken to half there really made them panic a bit. They do stun, and here's this. Cop thought he had a perfect bullet time, and honestly, he did, but there was a dragon in the way. That would have completely changed the fight. Aftermove then follows with an ultimate of his own. Zhonya's at just the right time after the stun there, and the high damage team of COG with Link and Doublelift obliterated Voyboy, who was then in the middle of the team with nowhere to run.
Pick up a Seraph so far working for him.
Yeah, he hasn't had to do much, but he has done things at the right moment.
Right.
Little hiccup there with the wall, but uh-oh.
Wow, whoa. Could have looked for a lot there if they would have gotten that kill. They may have kept going. Don't know if they want it. Dominate does get seen on the edge. No initiation from both sides.
COD is trying a split push here with Kale because Kale can 1v1 pretty much anyone. If they get enough hooks on X Special, they drop him down.
Right down indeed. Black Shield, Repel goes right up. Dexter comes down, and the safety measures work beautifully.
Yet now with minions on both sides, they can take a bunch of things. They're splitting Curse even more thin. Sometimes you think a team would group 5v4 after getting a kill. CLG continues the split push. They might get both turrets.
This is ridiculous. You got a Lucian in the mid lane to crush down those waves. Seraph as well, taking a lot of damage. Dragon Set used as a disengage. The rotation now coming up from Link, and he's there, but very good kill from Voyboy on the long range hit.
Well, they drop one. Doublelift and Link are still very strong, though. They're going to continue this. They're going hard for the inhibitor.
My
Voyboy's ultimate, if he can land it, would be big. Oh, dear Lord.
I think he got taken down quite quickly because I blinked and it happened. That's going to be the inhibitor going down next. Dexter gets picked up. They cannot get a combination of hook and infected cleaver in there. This is CLG taking the everything. Whoa, you have another inhibitor? We'll take that too. I'll be surprised if they go for Nexus turrets.
This could be it. They dropped the two primary damage dealers of Curse, and they can shred anyone, as we've just seen. After we get so it doesn't matter. Another
few shots. Special gonna go down quickly. They are just pretty much letting them walk the plank here as they enter into the fight, and CLG is more than happy to chew them up.
15,000 gold, 15 kills, 33 minutes. They're looking to win this one, Riv.
You can see Doublelift just activating the W to get the two passive shots off, as well as the Sheen proc, taking out Quas as he gets onto the fountain. CLG coming out definitively here with the Seraph pickup. A beautiful job by Counterlogic Gaming, and the scrims, they do pay off. We see it coming in at 34 minutes into the game. CLG grabs the Nexus.
Smiles all around for CLG right there. They had a little hiccup in the mid-game with one lost team fight, but their composition outscaled. First look at Seraph, he did quite well. Even though he wasn't relied upon, he did the split pushing. He was a farm-starved Shyvana that was still effective in team fights.